All right, now we're alive.
It lives! It lives!
I know. This one's feeling a bit cursed. We'll just call it the normal January thing.
Yep.
It is the January malaise where everyone is getting hit by everything, where taxes and such is all hitting in one go.
And including people's computers.
Yes. Last week was just literally me killing the internet for the entire house.
Which, yeah, was quite impressive in a way.
I know.
You were trying to fix the problem, but it is the typical like horror scenario where you try to fix a tiny small problem and it just cascades and somehow you just destroy your entire house by pulling out one nail.
Yes, basically that was what happened. I moved one thing and I ended up factory resetting the router.
Well,
and then apparently not having the right login details.
Oh, yeah, I hate that. That's terrible.
So I managed to get hold of tech support 5 minutes before this show.
Apropos of nothing, my favorite exchange I ever had with something was a man was trying to find a new a better router because his router was a potato. So I said, why don't you go look up a rutabaga? And he thought rutabaga was a
brand.
Was a brand he'd never heard of.
But here.
I remember going in with like the guy who taught me how to do computers to PC World, and he had this thing where he hated being asked, like, as if he was an idiot for computer stuff. And after a while, we kind of go, we're gonna have to go now because I've got 5 staff members looking for stuff that doesn't exist.
Ah, yeah, the old stripy paint.
Yes, but a lot more technical than that.
Yeah, sure.
The age-old FNG hazing rituals of sending people for things that don't exist.
Stripy paint is a new one, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, so where we left off a month ago,
there was a bloody mime.
You killed a mime. And you killed him dead.
And Cord is in a funk.
Yes, because Cord's realised that he's not as good as he thinks he is. Or he isn't, yeah. Maybe not realise isn't the right word. He thinks he's not as good as he thinks he is. So yes, with mood down and his need to be near and far free, he is actually mortal.
Yes.
Which I'm sure will go fantastically for him.
Yes. Well, you can get your mojo back if you take a scene or whatever it is to go and reestablish it. Which I'm sure getting browbeaten by his mother for a good long amount of time will, invigorate him to get out of the house again.
Right. Other things going on is the horde is finally up and ready to move again. I mean, restocked.
So it's like even after our logistics man got murdered? Damn.
Well, you don't exactly need him that much. The idea of a horde is it's not like an army. Everything's not going to grind to a halt. There's just going to be more looting. But yeah.
Want a better word, he was very much a luxury rather than a necessity to everyone except him.
I mean, someone's going to have to realize to fill that position, but in the short term, everyone can kind of carry on.
I nominate Brand. He's making an entire company for this kind of thing too, right?
Sure, you know.
Well, anyway, horde moving. Go ahead. Sorry, Ray.
Look, I have people to handle this for me, all right?
So yeah, they've loaded up on meat. They've got enough salted dinosaur to last you for a while.
Yay!
And everyone's decided it's time to march towards Ventis.
That was kind of like the big next link in this whole like exploding mushroom, clowns, and other things too, if I remember correctly.
Yes. Ventis is the major port, and cutting that will give you a much better chance of marching deeper inland. And also resupplying yourself with stuff that isn't salted dinosaur or mushrooms. Suspicious mushrooms.
Hey, salted dinosaur is pretty good.
All mushroom dinosaurs.
I mean, you're telling me what you're telling me is that my entire diet is eating meat and mushrooms.
Meat and mushrooms, yes.
Not
On whatever
necessarily on
laxatives you can get your hands on.
mushrooms are high in fiber.
True.
They're primarily protein and fiber, to be fair.
There's your gut health tip for all of those of you watching at home.
Do not take me as a do not take me as a source for any of this kind of information. I am an idiot. Um, but anyway,
Okay, so, yep, the march will begin.
left, right, left.
Where
Right,
you
so that might
right,
be too
left.
much for some of the barbarians.
Yes, there's no ordered marching here. You're not that type of troops.
Yeah, heavy on the barbarians, I think is the.
Good fighters, but much more individual fighters than like rank and file.
I find it hilarious that a peg leg is a fashion item.
Yeah, if you can be stylish with it.
I mean,
So, right, the first few days will, of course, go without much issue. This area has been properly subjugated, raided, pretty well picked over. The people here know what's best for them, which is staying away from the barbarians. Where are you positioning yourselves in this march? Are you acting as scouts? Are you just hanging around in the main body?
I'm
What?
with I'm with my own clan as I am moping.
Oh, yeah, you seem to mope for a scene.
Yeah, I gotta mope out.
I don't have to mope out, so I was going to go up front and scout, I was given I don't have a clan at my beck and call.
I
So
am very leisurely and lethargically defending myself from assassins.
Oh no, not another assassin.
Oh no.
Cord, I see you're not being very enthusiastic when I send people to kill you. What's the matter, hun?
Yeah, you've barely sparred with that last two assassins. You just killed that one without even speaking to it.
Where was the
Uh,
artistry? Where was the, pizzazz?
Oh, mom, you know how it is. I'm just wondering if it's even worth it. You
Worth
know,
it?
I just wanted a reputation so dad I could find dad, or find out more about dad. But you know, even then, what's the point afterwards?
The point in him living forever?
Oh, right, that part.
Yeah. It's wealth.
Well,
Ruling
I
over
mean, the
all
thing,
this. And she kind of,
I mean,
she expansively points to this being like either dead or dying grounds or large portions of mushrooms, depending which way you're looking.
even then, all you get from forever is just more time.
Yes, but if you're
You don't.
rich, then time is good.
Well, that means you're just comfortable. Doesn't really mean you're motivated. You have to have some sort of zest thing that you want from life, some passion, some sort of. I just don't know if just being important is important enough to be important, you know?
You shut up right now.
Just slaps me across the
Yes.
face.
Did I
Ah,
raise you to think of stuff like this?
Cord is just knocked to the ground. No, it's knocked to the ground in surprise. And we'll go cut from this scene because I don't know where to go from there.
See,
This is what Cord's doing to get his mojo back.
Yeeted through a tent.
getting slapped
wrong
around
move.
by his mother.
Hmm
You're
Yeeted
not.
through a caravan, sorry.
I did not raise I raised a warrior, not a philosopher.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else?
Well, Arn is looking to expand his reputation, so he's just going to quietly go on a hunt through the books and back ends of the train to discover just anyone who's abusing their position, stealing the last of the cookies, and exposing them.
Not the cookies.
So you're what you're
Cookies would
doing
be
is the most
extremely expensive here.
what you're doing is the most petty freaking break room scandal stuff. You're not just feared for being a emotion devouring monster, a petty and officious emotion devouring monster.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the scale of the wrongdoing; it'll be exposed.
You're just that nightmare man you're just that nightmare man that just got in the good graces of HR.
I mean, hey, if it protects the cookies.
Anyway,
And make sure the cookies are properly redistributed to the right people.
just make a cookie rotor. Or it's like a
So, yeah. And what's Bren doing?
Probably doing scouting.
So,
sniffing around on the sniff for grease paint.
it's going to be very interesting terrain. You know, dead field of mushroom, village with like cow-eyed villagers who watch the army pass with
Don't forget
seemingly
the fields
different.
of dead mushrooms.
Yeah, field of dead mushrooms.
A herd of cabbages on the horizon.
It's not cabbages; they're just mushrooms.
Okay.
No, they're just mushrooms almost painted green.
After a while, you start to see like mirages. You know, you're pretty sure there's like a field of like tomatoes, and it's just slightly redder mushrooms. The idea of green
mirages.
veg has
God.
just like disappeared from your mind. So,
Mushroom. Sorry.
no, it's not mushroom for
Element
anything
blemish.
else.
Oh, get out! Get
But you're-
out!
Look, we're enough about British cuisine. What about where we're at with the Empire?
All right, now we kill him.
Yeah. All right. After a while, you've moved through several times, and the thing you'll notice is there's kind of like a shift. Like you're finding a lot more farms and a lot more kind of almost abandoned towns. Not abandoned isn't the right word, but kind of it's obvious that the population is not what it used to be.
So we're not talking people who heard there might be a barbarian horde coming.
Well, some of that probably, but
It's like it's like a local levy came through and has abducted a lot of people to be given spears and
Are we talking steaming mugs of mushroom coffee sitting around, or are we talking inch-thick layers of dust?
more like the intricate layers of dust.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Okay, right.
Kind of like places that have been abandoned for a while, places that have obviously been just like, someone's run away and then like, oh god, barbarians, let's go hide. Because you're kind of following the main road towards Ventis. Because it's a much quicker.
Well, yeah, when the choice is main road or random paths through mushroom fields where we'll lose people. Let's take them.
It's like all these fields look the same. It's like take a left at the mushroom field.
I've been going in a circle for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. All right.
By taking left at the mushroom field.
If you miss that, you have to take a right at the next one. So
these people need a barbarian invasion.
I mean, this is technically the most excitement they've had in their lives.
Yeah, not that they look very excited. There's a lot less panic than you would expect.
It's more that bucolic confusion when, say, a natural disaster is coming.
Yeah. Kind of like, oh, there's a different change of boss. All right.
Boy, are they going to be surprised.
Yeah. The main issue for the Horde tends to be kind of like, not desertion, but kind of like, oh, we've just looted a load of stuff and we're going to send Bob back to take it to our villages. but we can't trust Bob, so we have to send a few other people with him.
Yep.
And there's kind of like this constant kind of like, anyone who finds the cart immediately piles it full of stuff and starts sending it back towards the homeland with a bunch of their guys. So it's kind of a drip. Normally not the best fighters, but there's definitely a kind of a we're here to take stuff feel, and it's slowly sapping some of the people. All right. We'll say for the sake of dramatics that you're all part of a scouting party as you kind of approach Ventis. So
yeah, I'm just going to Shanghai the rest.
Horde is coming. Horde is riding along. There are 2 hard handprints in the back, in both sides of his face.
Yep. So when you get to, I'm just going to check what pictures I did for this. Did I do a zoomed out one? I'm not sure I did. No, I don't have a fully zoomed out. So if we look at the kind of this at Ventis, we're going to say that you guys are about, finding my drawing too, about here-ish when the road gets close enough to see. Yep. Hello, possessive core. That's yours, is it?
Ghost Chord strikes again.
Yep.
Well, yeah, so we're right there.
So this is the natural bay that you've heard a lot about. This is what makes Ventis so much of a prize. It's a huge bay. In the distance, you can see the 2 famous citadels, which are named Cantina and Abyss. And they are positioned on either side of this kind of headland here. Did I update the picture? I think I did update the map, so let's just configure. Is that in maps? I know I did this. Did I save it somewhere? Yes, I did. Excellent. Stuff I did ages ago, and now it's kind of slipped from my brain. All right, there we go.
Oh, hello.
So between these 2 is the chain, and it's well known that it's a big spike chain that they drag up between these 2 fortresses that seals off the bay and protects it from anyone trying to break in. Which means Ventis itself is well defended because no one's really found a way to break past these 2 fortresses. It's only now you're doing the long march, you're actually getting past it.
So what you're telling me is that this is essentially the modus operandi of Byzantine toll castles.
Yes, it's toll castles taken up to the that. I think kind of the ones they built like Henry VIII built a load and went on from there.
I was going to say, if you're looking for a gaming comparison, I'm reminded of the chain and castles at the mouth of that city from Dragon Age 2.
Cornwall?
Yeah.
It's not Cornwall. It's
not
whatever.
Cornwall, no. Cornwall is a place that's excellent for pasties. Kirkwall, yes. I swear Kirkwall had like the fort and chain job, which is why I was reminded of it.
Dragon Age 2 was such kind of a mushy. It's such a mushy game that I can't really remember that kind of thing, that kind of such. Homogenized.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm just looking at pictures. Yeah. Kind of that thing. The thing that will strike you, though, is that the chain is up and the bay is crammed with ships. Kind of like not even kind of well organized. They're kind of just corralled as if every ship has been like pushed in and like locked in place. So you probably didn't even know there's this many ships in the world. That kind of feeling of number of ships in here.
Just an inordinate amount of masts, just all in bay.
You feel like you could walk across this bay, even though it's probably a couple of miles across, just from jumping ship to ship.
Typically, feels like what would happen if you were stuck in a blockade or some such.
Yeah.
Just people being trapped here. Well then.
All right, so like anyone else with you will quickly kind of make it a push, like send back. The army will halt kind of a bit more out of sight, and various dignitaries and leaders, including she's off to the side, isn't she? Ramsa, there we go. I'm trying to say Ezra, and I knew that was wrong because that's the Star Wars. So I've got the wrong name in my head. Yeah, and they'll kind of like bring up on their horses, kind of going. Ramsa will kind of just be shaking her head, like, what's going on in this empire?
Well, either we've timed our invasion at absolutely the worst time or absolutely the best time.
This place is very silly.
I think their problem is they're not silly at all.
Yes. Right. We need to get to the bottom of this.
Well, on the bright side, if the chains are up, if we take the forts, we can loot whatever boats they have in the harbour.
Now, I'm sure there's going to be lots of people who are very happy with that idea.
Well, keep people together, yeah.
Too bad for them.
If the main question is what is keeping them in here, that's the main question.
I mean, I'd guess the forts are manned, because otherwise the crews probably would have just by now tried to lower the chains themselves.
Or would have just left, is the main thing.
Or that,
I mean,
yeah.
Well, the more things that the chains are up because things are being pulled in, and there's no. I'm sure they have people with far-seeing glasses and all that such to look up out if there's any ship coming. There's no, so everyone being here is the most curious thing because that means that they're all coming here for shelter of some sort.
I'm just going to turn and look at the barbarian horde behind us.
Yep.
Might have something to do with it.
Yeah,
Oh no! If the port was empty, well, that makes sense because there would be people evacuating away from this location, not
But actually,
evacuating to this location.
But would there though? I mean, I'm just going to pull out the map here. Like, they knew we held breakwater, so they couldn't afford to run the channel. There's no major ports further south. Where would they have run to?
Fair. I mean, I'm sure they can have. They could always have. They can always make. They could have made a temporary dock somewhere, or at least if these people had the choice, they could always have ran to the Wolf Isles if these people were more independent. But you're correct. I think that's mainly because these are the traders who were out to sea at Breakwater, just finding out that Breakwater is no longer an open port. But no, I thought Breakwater was an open port. I didn't think we closed its.
No, yeah, Breakwater is still definitely open port. You need
Yeah.
you need to feed an army.
So the question is, I'm guessing these people are just people who are afraid of barbarians for some reason.
And to be fair, if they're Imperial traders, I could see that.
We're very going around wearing masks and telling horror stories.
Outside of being a bandito, not necessarily.
Maybe blowing people up a little.
It's all very peculiar. We'll need to find out more information somehow. That is, if we just don't, hoard this place in the first place.
All right. First question then. Do we go for one of the forts first and try and bottle them up and keep them under our control, or do we just go straight to Ventis?
I mean, the forts are forts. If the forts haven't been attacked normally.
The fortresses are known to be some of the greatest fortresses around. because they defend the most important port in the Empire.
I mean, Brain can always just stand outside casting spells until a cascade happens and see if it gets anyone
terrible
inside.
idea.
Given what happened the last couple of times we've had magical nonsense firing off, no offense to the mages, let's not voluntarily cause that again.
Like
a couple of mages stop mid-spell.
Look, guys, come on. We hadn't even finished the opening sentence. Sense of timing. That was so nearly a 1. I do not like how close that got to being a 1. But in fairness, if that had been a 1, that would have been a pretty hilarious opening gambit.
Yeah.
Yep.
What have you got? We've got suicide mages. They're just terrible at their job.
Oh, those are the ones we load into the catapults.
They try and cast Everfall on the way down.
I mean, if there was
yes, that's what you do. Mm-hmm.
If there was if we didn't add a secret cult of people just running around and trying to cause magical cascades.
No, we didn't do that.
We were trying to make much more interesting and silly problems.
Definitely on the silly side. Didn't expect ninja infiltration clowns though. That was definitely a surprise.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. But continue on.
Yeah.
He heads up down to the harbour and just starts supping.
Yeah, this is some water. Pulls it out. Tastes like
dehydration.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about salt water.
Yeah, exactly. It's like not that water, not that water.
Just starts draining the ocean, Thor style.
Salt water and sewage. This is not clean water. This is where not only do the sewers of Ventis drain into this, you also got all these ships. No one wants to be drinking this water.
No.
Yeah.
And on that briefly depressing note, should we at least form of like a proper siege line around Ventis then, just in case they are going to try and sally out?
Ramsey was saying, yeah, we got the men. We might as well have a look.
Good plan. Let them know, you're not getting anything more shipments.
And hell, maybe they're so utterly depressed they'll give up when they see the side of it. Who knows at this point?
I mean, their boats clearly aren't going anywhere, so they're not getting supplies that way.
And they're not going to get supplies across the main roads in a minute, so...
Not with an army on their doorstep.
Unless the mimes are carrying food wagons in it.
Mime food, just not nutritious.
To be fair, it'd be a great way to eat crisps without annoying people with crunch.
Yes.
That's the dumbest thing I've said.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. So yeah, the army will start fanning out. They'll kind of like easily block off the routes. There's no attempts to stop them. And oddly, there doesn't even seem to be that much kind of interest in what you're doing.
Oh, that's probably bad. Did one of their wizards try the discard plan to get rid of the barbarians?
It seems we must discover the political situation to really discern what is going on here.
I am afraid the bureaucrat may be correct.
Are we doing yet another infiltration?
Someone rolls the catapults up.
Okay, that's the sort of infiltration plan I would quite like, but
yes.
I'll go get the parachute cloaks.
What the hell's a
parachute
holding
plug?
out on us with those this whole time?
I'm a little worried where the parachute plug goes.
It's best not to ask too many
parachute
questions.
cloak. You know, you
Parachute
wear it,
cloak.
and they
Cloak. Oh, I heard plug.
No,
God.
cloak.
Sorry,
Cloak.
where they you wear it and they throw you in they put you in a trebuchet. They launch you and you fill the cloak out to try and glide.
Keep thinking back to the like Robin Hood Prince Thieves, where they catapult somewhere the word and like Will Scott said, "Oh, that worked."
Well, there's also the the legendary Bahubali scene where a bunch of guys get on a tree and use it to.
Dude,
Oh.
I'm pasting it into the chat right now, and you have to steal my thunder.
Yes,
Well, you should have typed it quicker then.
It's such a good scene. I had to watch the run up.
Yeah, all right, yeah, that's
you had to
fair.
watch the entire.
I own the
clip.
movie. I mean, I bought it because of this scene. If you've not
Did you
seen
see
it,
both? Did you see both 1 and 2?
oh yeah, took me a while to
There-
figure out exactly what was going on because there's a time skip in there that's not well telegraphed. But oh yeah,
That they forgot to show the clock first.
Bahubali is like the most premier and beautiful of Bollywood movies because it is the most quintessentially best of movies.
I want to see more of it.
I don't know. Does it have skateboarding a horse underneath an exploding fuel tank?
No, what it does has a lot
Doesn't.
of other ridiculous things.
Good. I
It
can tolerate
does,
that.
however, have the scene I linked, which is catapult-driven. What's the word? Airborne? Yeah, airborne infantry.
Oh, don't worry. I've already put it in the YouTube chat so that people can watch along at home. Because we might as well spread this. Whatever it is.
If you haven't seen it, see it.
It is one of the most meme scenes of the internet. Anyway,
You don't need to understand it. It's gorgeous. And there are a couple more. I just can't remember what they are. A couple more movies that are this good. There was some, I think, a couple of war movies that were really good. Oh wait, nope, never mind. The hero just did a shield slide under an exploding catapult.
There you go.
There we go.
And now he's throwing the shield, Captain America style, around another catapult to hit a guy behind it. Beautiful.
I do like that
On that
Bollywood
note-
have decided that like physics is optional. As long as it
If
looks
you
cool.
are cool enough, you don't need to worry about physics because it will
It
do
is-
as it is told.
It is the quintessential rule of cool of kung fu movies where it doesn't matter if it makes sense. It matters that it's awesome and it's made sense. It's done by the person who is awesome, who can do awesome things.
And it has my favorite flirting scene in the entire history of any romance scene in any film ever. Yes, I tattooed you while we were sleeping. I gave us matching tats. Isn't it great? And she's in love with me. Don't ask how that works. I don't know.
It's because he's very charismatic.
Probably.
Continuing on.
Yes.
Carrying on.
So
Before we become a Bollywood review channel.
load them into the catapults and So
Fire.
yes. The only problem is, of course, you've kind of announced that you're here, so sneaking in will be a bit more difficult.
We
On the
could
other
just ask them
hand,
to surrender.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you want to ride up and ask them to surrender.
I mean, what we could always do is
Do we have any captured noblemen we could use for that?
Surprisingly, no. There's been
I'll put that on the
very
list.
few noblemen knocking around.
To acquire noblemen to demand surrender.
I mean,
on
the
our
most possible way is to come in on is to get passage on passage on a ship to infiltrate that way, either as
behalf. Huh?
ship hands or so forth.
Ships ain't moving, Gov.
What was that?
The ships aren't actually moving, so.
I know. Just we come in with we had to go and kick.
That's a good point, though. You could quite easily swim to a ship and then move from ship to ship.
The ease with which you suggested that makes me extraordinarily suspicious.
What? Armor.
Great.
Yeah.
No. That's Discard asked if that was Gray or him that I was suspicious.
Oh,
of.
okay.
It's you, Gray.
Yeah, you
It's
should
you.
always
The
be
ease with which
suspicious.
you said yes, you should definitely get on one of the ships. Nothing bad will happen to you at all. It's a great plan. Suspicious.
Very suspicious.
But there's always the
Well-
catapults.
Look, we don't know how many. We don't know how many goblin / barracuda sharks we have in this water. All right.
Freaking eels.
Okay,
Clearly.
I want to know now how many barracuda sharks you have hanging around in this water, because that's quite That's a bit of a thing to pull out of your pocket at short notice, you know?
He has an AI picture generator.
Or
Oh.
there's this this immortal as like 10-foot long worm that sits on the bottom of the ocean floor that just grabs fish and drags them underground and consumes them inside out.
Discard. We already did the setting creation back in session -1.
I mean that's in real life though.
Yeah, I know. You have to bring that sort of thing up then, though. That's what all I'm saying.
That would have made
I wish
sea
you
travel a
could-
lot easier if we did, oh yes, everywhere's got sea monsters. No one does deep sea traveling because sea monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, but unfortunately we didn't. Actually, I think the sea is probably the most safe place where you could ever travel in this world.
Don't remember if I've ever given this document to Gray, but I'm just going to throw it at him. There we
Ow.
go.
This isn't like 40K where the chaos can even infect water creatures. So
I mean,
He
it's
already-
a spreadsheet, so it's at least soft.
Really
Really
does.
great.
Ow.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
What I missed.
From the depths of the internet, I give you a 3D600 table.
I don't care. Not to that. Sorry, no, because it's an Excel. It's Open Office. Your subscription expired. Yeah, because I don't use you. I use Open Office.
I use OpenOffice. It's much better.
Yeah.
Doesn't bother you about subscriptions.
It's not trying to milk you for money every year rather than adding features.
I mean, they do want your money. They're just not, as
Yeah.
pushy about it.
Right.
Before we get too much further off topic,
We've only been coming back after a few weeks. Going off topic is pretty standard.
we've got a lot of wrath to shake off. This is true.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose what I'd say is who's volunteering for the cast poll?
That's actually an option.
I mean, not
Well-
that I'm aware of, but
I recommend we just try going in the front door first.
yeah.
Um,
Who knows? They might actually be at the point of surrender already at this rate. It's not like it's stopping us.
I do have Mist Walk. I could turn into Mist on the way down. That would probably be safe.
Oh, again, this is the
We'll
reserve
call
out.
that Plan B.
All right.
All right. Wandering up to the front gate.
We can always go in, surrender, get in prison, and then break out of prison to get in.
Very impressive walls. Yeah.
Yep, got the documents already with the seals, which are just random hash marks.
Right.
I like that idea of that. Just random hash marks. But yeah,
Like, draw your crest. It's like chuck, chuck, chuck. There we go.
Of course, the guy who, like Monty Python style, sticks his head over the parapet. It's like, yeah. I mean, what do you want, invading barbarians?
We are the envoys of the oncoming horde, here to surrender. Here to claim your surrender and question what spices you wish to douse yourself with.
Spices?
As is
They
tradition.
haven't heard of us.
Understand that when certain spices can cause allergic reactions, which just spoils the meat.
They haven't heard of us. Clearly.
Someone they duck down. Look, you may see we have got plenty of supplies for a long siege.
Uh huh. What's
And you would want to eat your well-preserved mushroom supplies for months on end of a continuous, monotonous, and ever-growing putrid diet.
Make me a charisma check on that one. You can have an upgrade.
I
Give
didn't
me a
think that would
second.
work because that's their normal diet. But hey,
Yeah.
the nobles, right? You're right.
The diet can get worse. Is the thing. Give me a second. I'm trying to find which page I've had this on. So charisma. So it's a D10. You say, Gray?
Yeah, if you upgrade it from one, up one, yeah.
Don't take. Oh, wait a second. I think I have my number over here. Do I? No, I don't. Okay, one second. 1d10 plus 1d10. Doink, doink.
Hopefully, Gustav's brain won't catch fire. There we go.
Of course. my numbers are forever bad in this game.
It's like, look, we've learned how to cook them well. It's not just mushrooms. Have you seen those ships? We've got so many supplies here.
What's the
Yes.
what's the proverbial Paul Bluff check here? Great. I can't remember. It's like sort of sense check because this just doesn't quite ring true.
You
Like
can-
if they actually
I
had
would-
food on board, we'd have seen signs of activity in the bay. We'd have seen people going off and loading or unloading.
I would say it would probably be a reason check.
Yeah, probably reason.
If I could only
Oh,
ever
all right, that's exploded.
What goes up? Explosion.
I'll take it.
Four's good enough. They seem to mean it. So they do feel, and the way they're talking, they do feel like they've got enough supplies to keep themselves going.
Uh-huh.
Look, how can I put this? It's a great offer. It's just think of it as a direct form of taxation where we just come in, do a little bit of light looting, you go over new management, and get open up to all the new ports and prospects of the other of the horde of the barbarian continent.
I'm sorry, but Ventis is closed for trading. Order of the Emperor.
What?
You heard me. By the order of the Emperor, Ventis is closed for trading. We can't allow you to trade.
Is it also
Horde
closed for
Horde-
invasions?
It's kind of looks like, well, we don't see much difference.
Wait a
hang on,
second.
what? You don't
Closed?
see much difference between trading and invasions.
Oh yeah, weird foreigners coming in, taking stuff
But-
off us.
But they give you stuff in return for the stuff they take off you. They give you other stuff.
Yeah, but why would you want that? I mean, why would you want spices and stuff like that when the ghoul shrooms are everything?
Horde is just going to give him the most dumbfounding, continuous stare.
Yeah,
Just
that came across in the stunned silence.
Yeah,
Look,
that's.
I'm taking a stun. I'm just been stunned for well, give me a second. One moment.
Yep. Oh yeah, I should make a check on that, see how much it hits you.
I'm stunned
Ooh.
I'm already stunned for like 1d3 rounds of combat. So 3 rounds of this. Just what?
The Emperor's decreed that the ghoul shrooms are the route to imperial purity. So
Oh no, he's gone mad.
we have closed the trading ports. We will remove all threats, and the Empire shall regrow in strength.
This person is clearly brainwashed. We are wasting our time here.
Yeah, they are actually just insane. Okay.
So
All right.
you're saying all those ships out back, those are all full of mushrooms?
No, they are full of other food stuff that we will consume if needs be.
Okay,
Right.
just checking.
Do you happen to know? Wait, that's another question I have for you, good sir. Do you happen to know insert name of person which was the connection between the exploding the coffee shroom stuff here and back in back in the other place?
A Civic Grind, the coffee man.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are you asking about him, sorry?
Yes.
Lord Grind.
Yes. So just could you do me a favor and pass this message along to him from our leader?
I'm not sure what Sir Grind would wish. He's very busy.
Just have a hastily note. I have a hastily written note that which is wrapped in bacon,
Right.
or that has a rind of bacon next to it.
And the note just simply reads, "I can do whatever I want, but please enjoy this bacon."
No, the note is that I'm just trying to implicate that this man has connection to the horde outside. Here, take this. Here, just pass this message along to him from the horde administration. about supplies. Thank you.
Hey, Gray.
Yeah.
So, as you're aware, I mastered the elemental Maelstrom magic tree last level. Um, I'm looking at its spells. And there's disaster, which lets me call hurricanes and tornadoes.
Yes.
Living
Oh.
fire lets me make a double human-sized living elemental, which isn't big enough to pick a boat up and chuck it out of and walk it back over to the army, unfortunately. But vortex creates an arcane twister along a path I specify up to a half-mile long that
Yes.
teleports anything living touched by it.
Yes.
It's a
want
shame I
to-
can't do that to boats, but they're not alive.
The crews
I
are.
mean, you can just. I mean, you could just aim it at the.
Yeah.
You can just aim it at the guard station.
I mean, I could just have it hit the top of the wall and then hit it again 2 or 3 times. You know, what's the circumference of the city again?
It's it's like a major city, so. For some of the barbarians, it's going to be the largest city they've ever seen in their life.
If you want our role in the upcoming brouhaha to be primarily you know defending you as you have to harass the people on the things, fair enough.
10% chance of the bottom of an ocean.
Or we may have to go back out into the into the wastes, find the overgrown shrooms, and make mushroom siege towers to run up against the wall sides to escalate up the walls.
That is actually going to be an issue, to be honest. The lack of wood for building siege engines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You have to be very, very careful what you're doing.
We just find petrified mushrooms.
They've not been around long enough to petrify.
No, but okay, this might perhaps annoy the mercantile-minded people here. Don't we have a whole bunch of dinosaur bone hanging around?
Yes.
Yes.
It wouldn't be the world's best siege engines, but you could always try and lash something like that together.
I
We
mean,
are a
what is
barbarian horde. Things made of giant dinosaur bone is kind of traditional.
Yeah.
what is a siege
Ah.
tower rather than just planks of wood put together? Why can't we just use bones instead?
Sorry.
Well, thank you, Archimedes. Let's try that practically.
We're living in points at game. We're living in Spellbound Kingdom. We're living in pulp fantasy Errol Flynn fiction.
No. I was actually saying you should go with it. I just had to slip in the Archimedes joke.
I mean, no, it's more the fact you say practicality as I point to the setting.
Point.
If we are not rivaling a Bollywood
was
movie in our scale of dramatic ridiculousness, we're doing something wrong.
Or we're being sneaky.
Even then, being sneaky means we have to be wearing black cloaks and face masks with dramatic music playing as we tiptoe with it. We play tiptoeing with 2 different keys of a piano.
But you can only hear the dramatic music if you're reviewing the scene later, though.
Yes. Anyway, continuing on.
So they have no
All right.
intention of opening the gate for you, is the takeaway from this.
And they are genuine believers in the stupidity that's been handed down, apparently. Or at least they are enough of it on the surface.
Or they're not stupid enough to question the emperor in front of everyone else who would also not beneficial questioning the emperor in front of.
Granted.
The main problem with somebody who is a heretical point of leadership is that he has a lot of people with pointy sticks to deal with anyone who's defends to his pointy stick leadership.
Hmm.
So, is there anything more you want to harangue this guy about?
We're good. I'm
I
good.
suspect if we keep haranguing this guy.
What about you, Ed?
No, I'm good.
I suspect if we keep haranguing this guy, I'm going to take sanity damage, to be honest.
We'll report back to Ramza.
I'm just gonna sink his ships.
Roll.
Trouble is, the game says high magic has a higher chance of magic surge, but it doesn't give you actual rules for it, which is kind of annoying.
I think
Roll
high
2d6.
magic covers a larger area, so there's more.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's how I'd do it. That you're using high magic, which is going to hit loads of ships. There's more chance
Yeah,
of
that's
those
fair.
ships having mages aboard. So just don't roll a 1, you'll be fine.
You say that like there's any possibility of me not rolling. Well, never mind.
Look, for some reason,
Oh, that
this
explodes.
game,
Hang on.
for some reason, this game here just is the bane of my dice existence.
Well, Gray, it's up to you whether that counts as a 1 on my exploding dice.
So I don't seem I'm getting that through at the moment.
I don't remember if it counts as an exploding or not. I presume it does because you still rolled the dice, but...
Yeah. It's like something strange is happening in the background.
Oh god, don't tell me your internet's blowing up.
No, oh, there we go. There's the dice roll. All right, I need to check the rule book on this one.
The rules say, and I quote, the largest number showing on any dice is the result of your roll.
Yeah.
So technically I rolled a 6.
Yeah.
What does it say about the cascading effect?
Surges. Interference and surges. If you roll the 1 and there are spellbound creatures in the area, you cause a surge. Regardless of whether or not you use inspiration, mood, or another means to modify. Okay, I'm going to say that counts.
Yeah, that sounds like that
Because
counts.
you can't inspire, mood, or otherwise get rid of the 1. So that's got to count.
I don't think it does, since you didn't actually roll it, since it's not your roll. Basically, the explosion is you're fishing for better numbers, not you can
Yeah.
fucking worth
If you'd rolled multiple dice to begin with, I can see the call for that. But exploding, you've already rolled good, so if it explodes out, that's extra dice.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I want a 1, just for dramatic tension.
Yeah, so if you roll 1 on your first die, you can't get out of it by rolling more die.
Yeah.
And if you were to roll like an inspiration die and any of those came up 1, I'd count that as like the roll.
I probably should have.
But here's the thing: how much do we, the audience, and everyone, really want to see this cascade go wrong?
Yes?
I'm guessing the audience probably does.
What is more interesting?
Cascade.
Everyone gets a tornado.
All right, calm down, Oprah. God damn.
I mean, I'm throwing tornadoes,
No, the tornado just activates and makes everything nearby more.
That's a lot of 6s.
Yeah, but no 1s.
And no 1s, so I'm pretty sure everyone passed.
Yeah, so basically, even if it isn't, it's mute, because apparently I was just rolling 6s today.
Apparently, everyone else just felt the surge and did not have a problem of their own. Like,
Honestly, everyone around me's just been rolling high today.
Except this guy.
me.
Yeah. I went wargaming, and a guy I was teaching a game managed to roll 5 10s. He'd have rolled like 8 dice.
Oh, I also have to make a roll to. There you go. I'm the tornado.
Look at me. I am the tornado now.
Okay, here's the thing: the tornado works. It's going in the direction, but the thing is, he didn't put it in front of it. He made it on top of us, so we're all teleported somewhere.
No, I'm just going to move that. No, it's a normal tornado.
Oh, okay.
I'm going for the boats, not the cruise.
No, I think we've gone past a surge here.
Yeah, I'm just going to move. I'm going to move that because I can move that.
Anyway, so Gray, real quick, did I get back my inspiration then? The earlier stuff? What'd you say?
Regain. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about opposing you, so yeah, you can get it back.
This is the first time around.
Yeah.
We have a lot more of a dramatic scene. But
Yeah.
when you send the next set of assassin mimes at us,
They'll know what they're doing.
Yet. We don't know what they're doing yet.
So, what you'll see is like a tornado. How many of the ships you're aiming to wreck?
Oh, it's a disaster.
Ah,
well,
So,
isn't a tornado
I'm
that hits
going
water?
greedy.
Isn't a tornado that hits water a water spout?
oh, a hurricane.
Now, hurricane's a different animal. I could also be throwing a hurricane.
Could you throw a tsunami?
I don't think I can throw a tsunami.
Just a disaster hits the boats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I could do an earthquake that would cause a tsunami. Or a flood. I mean, so I guess I could tsunami.
We'll just say that you stand up there, do your waving and casting, and like a good number of boats get wrecked.
You know what, Gray? Let's make it a tsunami. I learned this trick back in Breakwater. Here we go.
Yep. And kind of like
All
this interesting thing, a chain isn't much good at stopping a huge wave of water slamming into the bay.
No.
The barbarians are just crying as they see all this volume of material get smashed up.
Yeah, boats get smashed,
Yeah, they were all full of food. Don't worry about it. The gold will be fine.
Yeah, it just bit the bottom of the water.
That's why I didn't summon a living fire elemental.
True.
I can make people be able to breathe water. This is not an issue.
All right. Their response to this will be an arrow.
Just one.
Ow!
Just one.
That's
How
all they
freaking
need.
poor are they?
That's all they need is you like holy
Ow!
shit.
Okay, apparently.
Ow!
Okay.
If that rolls up, okay. I was gonna say if that rolls a
Okay.
12, Brent just dies.
Okay. All right. Guys.
An
So
arrow, you
Gray,
say.
The
I
mage,
look at
Gray,
the giant mushroom.
go stencil up a green cloaked individual standing upon the walls, just hitting this man a mile away with an arrow.
thunk.
I'm not even gonna soak that with armor. Ow!
You can see
How much-
this mysterious figure, like cloak flapping in the wind, knock another arrow.
All right. Who pissed off Robin Hood?
Robin
That
Hood,
was
no, this guy's Welsh.
That was impressive. This is over like about like half a mile away. He just aims to the sky and he just flies into the heavens.
Yep. And knock and loose. Why did that not roll?
Not today.
Well, it depends on he's firing at.
Yeah. Just generally, this figure is just like loosing arrows at you.
I think we should. The problem is it's getting faster and faster and faster.
His
Yes.
dice is bigger.
Thunk.
Ow!
You
Jerk.
can retreat away from this at this point.
Yeah, that's probably going to be what I should do. Definitely, probably what I should do. Yep.
Yeah, given that
You're going to
apparently-
cast another spell, aren't you?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
charging
that's-
my thunderbolts.
Oh boy. Here we go.
How many turns does that take?
3.
All right, incoming arrows.
Summon storm.
Okay. All right.
2,
All
3.
right. Okay.
1. Okay. That explodes, so nope. 2. Nope. 3. At least I'm using up all the ones. Okay, my armor is in tatters.
This person is just like raining, like dead shot, arrow after arrow hitting at you. Yeah, with the
Look, you
wind
wanna get
and
my
the
boats
rain
off,
and the
buy me a
remains of the
drink.
tsunami, it's actually impressive how accurate this person is.
Yes, lightning bolt.
Sorry.
This is a magic attack, so he defends.
Did
with
you
magic.
have a little flashback then to the Ventis? Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
No. It's more just the sort of yes, this is all very cool. However,
Does he have
Lightning
someone?
bolt.
The question is, does he have someone to cover him for magic
Is
defense?
this magic defense?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the top number. This is magic defense.
Ooh.
You get your magic dice, and then if he has
Ooh.
a magic defense, he gets a magic defense. Good news, everyone.
All
I've
you
eaten
know.
all of the good numbers.
That's not good news.
All right, a
Yes, it is.
6.
I've eaten all of Gray's good numbers.
I'm rolling on fire
My
tonight,
7
by the
beats
way.
his 6. 4 points of
Apparently,
lightning
yeah.
bolt.
All right. You just kind of see the person kind of light up and just disappear off the back of the battlements.
Does the cartoon shot up into the air, skeleton showing.
Yeah. And then
You
just
see him.
There's smoke.
He's gone for a bit. You see him come back with a with a metal rod, sticks it next to him, as it keeps firing.
smoke rises slowly from the battlements where it's been hit. And now the army is kind of coming to the fore. You can see troops appearing and manning up. You've poked the hornet's nest at least.
Oh no, they've awoken. Whatever shall we do?
I mean, it's better for us to force a. It's better for us to force a foray rather for them to from the sally forth rather than thinking they can siege us out. So are we going to the army map, Gray?
I should actually load in Ventis, shouldn't I?
I mean, they did just lose
Maybe.
probably most of their food supply.
I mean, they already had mushrooms. They just lost their backup food supply.
They said they had mushrooms.
I wish that when you loaded a video, something into this, it would automatically select it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't be absurd, Gray.
All right.
It would be nice to have less clicking rather than more.
Welcome to Ventis.
I do not own any tokens with vision in this scene.
Oh, buggery. That's supposed to be defaulted so you could everyone could see.
Yeah, I think it updated and
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everything else bugged up, didn't it? Right, there you go. I felt so clever sorting out the defaults. Apparently, no.
Yep.
I can see. I can fight.
I
This
can
looks-
sing.
This place looks so familiar. Like looks very similar to Breakwater almost.
Well, it's another port town
It's a
that's
city.
being invaded by barbarians who just did a tsunami.
So, yes, this area
pretty much the
here,
same.
Yeah.
This is full of sunken ships now. Drawing with a mouse is hard.
I would say just move. Like you see how there's that set of there's this part right here next to the water line.
Yeah.
Just move the ocean up just a little, just like one thing up for those areas. That chunk of the city, like the ocean is just taking up this part right here.
I
from the
can't. This
tsunami.
is like a random program, so.
Okay, I'm just it's right here. It's all here is currently.
I did kind of tsunami them a little.
Yeah. But it's not gone too far into the city. You've mainly kind of
Nah,
like
I wasn't
wrecked
aiming
the,
for the city.
the ships.
It petered
Okay.
out real quick after it hit the two big fortress towers and the boats.
And you've kind of got like barbarian forces have taken up position, blocking the main gates, just outside the like the suburbs. So yes, you've got surrounding there. All this is kind of that.
Okay.
So, yep, things are going to start kicking off at this point. You know, more arrows are going to start coming out and going back in, so everybody's starting to trade fire. And it feels like it's gone from just you guys camping outside a dead city to an actual siege.
The hornet's nest has been kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't had one of these in quite some time.
Do we happen to have a? did we still have our retinues of fighting men,
Yeah, you
or
still got your troops.
let me see.
It's not like
I
we
keep.
sold them or anything.
I mean, they supposedly replenished after we went into the whole.
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're paying for them out of your kind of
Mhm.
wealth level, so they just replenish as soon as you get back up to real life.
Well, I'm gonna
It
go
takes
and
us to
I'm
scene or
gonna
three.
mark off the wagons of salt and everything. So give me a second.
So yes, things will get interesting now. Because, you don't have access to any good siege towers, so you can shoot
Nope.
arrows at each other, but it's not doing much than like minor casualties. The two fortresses are kind of off, like this direction, so not on this map.
We don't. Oh yeah, we don't have ways of getting up onto the.
They also got rather
onto.
tsunami'd, so I imagine they're having a bad day.
Yeah,
They
well,
would
they're
be,
built
but
into the
still,
cliff, so
the walls are still the problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still dealing with unexpected damp.
you can't move in this direction much because you kind of wander into cannon range.
I
Mm,
mean,
that's bad.
if you could, do you happen to have any? Can you make a living fire golem to punch the gates open?
I could earthquake them open, but I have to wait until tomorrow. That was very tiring.
I mean, this is a
Well, then-
siege. Time is not a problem.
And then I got hit by a lot of arrows.
A
That-
lot of
that's-
Or I could
arrows.
just cast Tempest and hit an entire area for 1 damage
I would
and
say
-2 attack.
I would say more getting ingress would be the bigger thing. So
Well, let's back off, let them cool down a bit, and then ask if they'd like to surrender now that they know we have siege weaponry.
or siege spellery.
Well, you're gonna have
Weapons
to
and
try to convince somebody for that, because like blood's up. The barbarians are here to attack, even though they haven't got
It
stuff.
was
You
me
got
they shot.
yeah, but no, now arrows have come out and people are wounded. Like the
Where
barbarians
is
have grabbed like makeshift
quick, can you
battering
give us a-
rams and are making races for the gates.
Yeah, I think we are currently at the point where either we have to convince people to stop fighting or commit to this haphazard assault.
I'd
Where
like to
is
point out what I
Remsat,
feel
by
is
the
like
way,
the
for all
main
this?
the main difference between the barbarians and the empire is like the number of cannon. I feel like the barbarians have yet to kind of bring in an artillery train and stuff like that.
But we have
Yeah.
more wizards.
Yeah, you got more wizards.
Hmm.
I mean, if you
So
want to
many more.
concentrate a bunch of wizards and try and magic the gate down, or magic a hole in the wall, I'm up for that.
Yeah, I can't see any way that'll go badly.
No, I can't see
Let's
any
do it.
problems with that.
No, there's no trouble at all. I mean, I'm busy sleeping off a wizard
Well,
hangover.
don't we still? Well, we still have ballista. We
Yes.
can ballista the gates.
Ballista, I mean, all.
What's that? I mean, Serpentis, you have ballista too, don't you? We split that between us.
Yeah, we still got the siege ballista.
If you want to set up a siege giant and try and take out a gate,
Yeah, we'll try for that.
Yeah, I appreciate barbarians aren't that accurate, but at the end of the day, a bunch of ballista should hopefully start knocking down a gate.
What was the ballista stats though? Is the main question here. 'Cause we had them beforehand.
Kind of small.
do I have?
I know,
anything?
but they have bonuses for hitting things larger than themselves. And if the gate's bigger than that, they have a bonus. I'm sure.
Troops, there you are.
I have the thing. Serpentis has the siege ballista.
Yes, I do. I am just trying to remember where I wrote down their stats.
The very last thing in the troops section, so I should probably just. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look. I think
Found the shortcut.
they're on the battle map. That's why. All right.
There we go.
Do you want to pull your actors onto the stage though? Add and Serp.
I mean, my ballists are already there.
No man, that's what I pulled out. You can in your own physical self. So
Oh yeah. Hey, wait a minute. What happened to our prefixes?
I would turn that off.
Oh, bless.
But what? That was a vital part of the campaign.
well,
D6 for 3 damage unless you're shooting something specific like a flyer or a giant monster.
No, we're going for gates. So
there's a gate. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure a gate would really count as a giant monster, even
No.
in the context of the matter at hand. So
But it might come up a little later, you know,
true.
if my suspicions about what was on those boats proves to be correct.
Fair shout.
what are
All right,
these?
let's
wait, what's
start.
this?
Go on.
Just wondering what the sparkle effect is going on around here.
I'm trying to make it look like there's war going on.
Okay.
I'm just playing with special
We're-
effects, basically.
Smoke
yeah, that
rises
works.
from the towers of Eisen.
That works pretty well.
Also, Gray, should Ramza be on this map too with her own like retinue
Yeah, we'll put Ramza down.
as the main ID for the horde for the horde itself?
Oh, I never gave Ramza an actual token.
Oh, well, there you go.
I mean, I think she would be on the field here somewhere
Oh, yeah.
doing her
Yeah,
own
you
thing.
think.
Since we're essentially competing for recognition and renown for this conflict.
We?
Why do I... Oh, do I never change?
Because
Oh,
I
that's
remember
gonna be
that
interesting.
Ramza herself is her own character with her own
Yeah.
motivations too.
Oh, no, I'm not denying them. I'm surprised I never made a token for her.
Well, she's been essentially the person behind the chair this entire time.
There we go. That's her
Stuck here
stuff.
doing bureaucracy stuff when we have professional bureaucrats for that.
Lord.
Oh, I didn't make one for Umson either.
Mm.
Elson. Hmm.
Well, that's because he's a fine, upstanding person who would never betray all of us ever.
No.
Your
Clearly.
subtlety bar's broken. Pull it back. Pull it back.
I would say this to couch this siege as a competition essentially. We have our group, we have what's his smarmy ass, and we have Ramza, and we're all trying to see who gets the most points of objectives in this
What?
siege attack.
Wasn't Mr. Smarmy Ass the mime that we murdered?
No, that's not him. I'm talking about the other guy who we thought was the guy who was doing the smarmy ass mime stuff.
Oh, I see.
Our heel of the barbarian horde guys.
Hmm.
Um,
The not attack.
I feel like I need to
guy.
Latinize the Samami ass and use it.
Smarmius
Next game.
Asius.
Next
Oh,
game.
no, it's better than that. I mean, none of you guys got the other one I did.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, the lady who was leading the dinosaur people underground, Calidus Puller. That's Clever Girl
Yes.
in
Oh,
Google
God
Translate
damn it.
Latin.
Right.
Gray.
Little things that make me laugh. All right, so yes, Ramza.
Great.
All right.
Of course, no one saw Clever Girl coming. Come on now.
All right. Ray, I aim at the gate that has your face on it in revenge for that time.
It's a big happy gate. They obviously like it. It's made of steel.
All right. But I've got a pack of ballast iron. I've got time on my side. So I know pack isn't the collective noun for ballast iron, but you get the idea of driving it. What is the collective noun for ballast iron?
Be battery.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. We have
Campus
the
doesn't
group,
need any repellents.
we have Ramza, and we have Asshat. So we'll
You're
see
not
who can
wrong.
get the most.
Sound like you ought to be.
It just sounds like Assad Burger now.
Does a little. Does a little. Oh, group Ramza and answer. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I was wondering what that
Yeah.
was, but okay. it's a
He's
school
writing gra. Gra.
bar.
All right.
So we're
right.
seeing who can obtain the most objectives to get the most renown out of this siege attack.
Okay.
Sounds like we need to start shooting lawn darts at gates then.
Okay.
Right.
You bring your 16-year-old up to the front, and he starts looking down.
Yep.
Hey, look at it this way, lad. You're shooting from out the range of their towers. You get the easy bit.
No, I was making a comment to that 16-year-old who nearly won the darts championship.
Oh, right. Sorry, that reference sounded right over my head.
That's fine.
Much like his darts did, I'm guessing.
He got second.
I know. Just the opportunity for a quick joke presented itself.
That's
Look,
what you
your
expect
one was
from a
terrible. I have
Muslim.
to try and counteract.
I've had a couple of terrible ones tonight. It's great.
There you have.
Mhm.
Right. Was it quickness to shoot with this thing? I seem to remember.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's just D6 if you're just shooting at something.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, it's not your skill, sorry.
Unless it's a war beast, like a dragon or something
I
similar.
wish
Then
it was
it's
a
an 8.
beast.
Please do not shoot the war
Well,
beast that has
You
the
can aim,
ballista.
which is +2 dice size next attack.
That is a good point. I'm assuming if I aim, I'm essentially giving up our group action for this round, though.
Yes, because you're citing that aiming wouldn't be kind of like squinting down; it'd be ranging in.
Yeah.
Your group's action. I'm acting on my own because I now have access to Tempest, the elemental Malastorm mastery spell that does affect everything in an area.
I would point out to channel WMD for a moment. You do realize that if you win on your score of causing magical destruction, the city is lost and everyone loses. Right? We do actually need to take this place intact.
Yes, but I can give the enemy -2 dice sizes.
I'm just establishing boundaries.
And it's a D10 attack. It's got a pretty decent chance of not horrible failure.
On that bombshell, let's
Do
quick
you
fire
wanna-
the first shot.
It
So
is
do you
magic.
want to? So do you want to pass your savages along to Added while so he can have a siege people around for this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably a good play.
All right, so 8 to hit with a Balasar on the first attack.
Yeah.
Did you say it was D6 plus 3 damage?
Yeah, think so.
It's 3 damage. It's just flat 3
Oh,
damage.
just about
Oh, I see.
'Cause
Okay, so
damage
it's
is
D6 to hit
flat
and
in
3
this.
damage. Right.
But
In that case, 3 damage to the gate.
all right.
Well,
I think
you have
this
like
gate
4
here
ballistas,
just
remember?
bent.
No, you have like two ballistas, right?
What?
I'm going to say you're firing them as a battery.
Okay, it's a battery.
Yeah, you're not shooting a single
Yeah.
ballista at a time. You're just kind of
No.
salvoing.
It's a volley.
No, the damage is for the volley.
Okay.
Because you're also
All right.
shooting a gate, which is more than like a person or whatever. So.
Kind of big.
All
I'm
right.
going to say we're
There you
shooting at the nearest gate to us, that blue one there.
Yep, that's fine. All right. Alsum is going to try and inspire his men to charge forwards. Oops. He's kind of like, men, this is our time. The first one through the gates gets the pick of the plunder. And yeah, this is what's reported back to you like, later on. And he's then kind of going, it's like, what plunder? We've just seen everything get destroyed.
Shenanigans.
They're all just milling about.
Yeah, basically, no one wants to charge towards the gate because like the road is covered. They're stuck in the rock, and they don't want to move forward from there.
All right, so that's gone fairly well for your man Anselm.
Yep. And now it is Ramsa's turn. Ramsa's going to try something a bit different. She's going to bring together a couple of other mages, and she's going to try and bring her gate down with magic.
This is a plan I can support.
Well, I mean, it's not a botch, at least. She's doing better than
They're
some.
starting to cast, but it's taking some time. There's obviously some counter spelling going on.
Which, yeah, given that we did just set off a Tempest in the harbour, their mages probably know they need to be doing that at this point.
Yeah.
Right, back to you guys.
Do we want to just keep ballastering down the gate, or does anyone else have any actions to take in our group action?
I would like to hit that wall with Tempest. However much of it gray counts as one area. Just because it's a 1 damage, which isn't much, but -2 dice size to everything in the area.
Well, it hasn't really attacked us back. They haven't really forayed people out yet.
No, but they will.
They will, but I feel like we ought to hold on to that until
We
they
should-
actually were doing something. But Okay.
Until
No, I
we
can just
until
keep
we
it up
see
forever.
them, I think it's until we see them. I think they're just going to be, getting their archers up over here. But
I
we
can
haven't
just
really
keep
got around.
rocking.
Gray. Does the city have an action on this round on its own round?
Not so much now. I'm considering them to be passive. The
Okay.
attempt to counter spelling has kind of gone a bit wrong though.
Oh no. Oh no, it
Yeah.
has. Oh dear.
For them, though. That's a botch.
Oh.
Oh
I
boy,
think
here
they've
we
just
go.
become non-magical.
What was that about being non-magical, sir?
I think they've just become non-magical. They've counterspelled themselves into mundanity.
Well, let's go look at the chart and see and roll that wonderful random number table.
Boy, I'm glad they didn't hit me in that.
I mean, didn't they?
No?
It's surging, so it's going to kind of pass through the area.
Ah, you're right. You're right.
So you're in on it too.
Well,
I'm trying to decide what to do.
Pause
Random,
chaos.
roll
Yeah.
a random number. It's fine. Just roll random.
All right, there's a D.
Is it?
Should we roll on the D20 table?
Yeah, go on. Embrace the random.
oh, nice. That time on it.
4. All gear carried by victims spikes to temperature of 100 degrees Celsius or more.
Ooh.
Ow! I
Oh,
turned
Spicy.
we've all got hit with heat weapon.
No, only people with magic.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be chill. Oh,
I mean, my armor already broke, so that just sets
Yeah.
off all my smoke bombs. And my alchemist fire.
Brand is just.
I just like the idea of Brent just disappearing in a column of smoke. It's just like, well,
as
we know where the wizard's
as-
gone.
My belt pouch
as-
starts popping and cracking like a fireworks in there just start going
No,
off.
that's
Ah!
it. That's it. We can stir it up into a morale thing for the barbarians. Look, guys, we're so good we even brought the party fireworks.
Maybe charisma roll on that.
All right. Yes, party fireworks. Great plan.
Hey,
Ow!
you're-
Hey, it seems to be working.
I'm not horribly injured or anything.
You
Oh,
raise,
you're a mage.
you raise your arms up and like a spray of fireworks shoots out in every direction.
you look like a party magician.
But yes,
All right.
magic
They
has kind
warned
of
me
gone
about
over.
this in Wizard College.
On the other hand, your spell was successful.
Oh yes.
Okay, so that's one round of successful shooting with the ballast die for a point, and a successful spell for another point. Or how are you scoring this?
Some
I
of
would
their
say by-
wizards are dead.
I would
Yeah.
say by objective taken. So getting in first, that's a point.
Yeah.
Taking down people, that's a point.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Capturing things.
In which case, Rend, I recommend we go back to Ballasine next round because we do need to break this gate open.
Yes.
All right.
Just things you can boast of at the campfire after it's over.
Also, to be fair, for the sake of our colleague, should one of us put him in a river just to like cool him off a bit because he is a little bit crispy.
I think he can handle it.
I'm mostly fine.
Oh my god, Alsum still can't get his men to move forward. It's like
Do you want to live forever? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Stop asking.
That's even theoretically possible, sir.
Yes, it is definitely possible. It's one of the barbarian things.
Ramza.
I'm gonna have to bow out because I have to bow out early today.
Okay.
So I'll
Hey.
just be assume I'm maintaining my Tempest spell, -2 attack dice for the bad guys in that area.
Okay, cool.
Probably drop it once we take the area. So
But like it's what?
gonna pre-roll. Let's see, I took. Oh, it's mostly armor down. I'm just gonna roll my body for recovery. Nope. Wait, I get wound paste as well. Before.
All hail the paste.
Mhm.
Do not snip that and take that out of context.
Do not eat it either.
The dice stopped on the edge between 1 and 3.
It knows.
Like it landed upside down on 1 and 3, with the dice that has 4 on it just sitting there.
Oh, it knows.
Oh well. I'll see you guys next week.
Later, man.
Right. So at this point, Ramza's kind of got a bit of speed up now. The mages are starting to kind of build up their
can't.
village. So they're close to bringing the gate down now. Another set off, and then we'll do it.
All right. In which case, I appreciate aiming it might guarantee results next round, but I kind of feel we ought to get an objective down first. So shall I just shoot this thing unaimed?
Just keep shooting it. I'm sure we'll get.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get it off.
All right. 1d6 coming up.
It depends on how much HP this door has.
Well, we know it has more than 3. Actually,
Albus
you
has
know
2.
what? I'm going to guarantee this. I'm going to say I'm going to throw down a point of mood to guarantee a hit on this one, Gray.
Okay.
Just, Johannes is clearly his blood's up. We've got the human torch over here. This is actually something that he's enjoying again for the first time on this bloody invasion since about, arriving on this planet. So, some of the old training is coming back.
Yeah.
I can evoke a history or two if you want.
No, if you're spending mood, you don't need to because you're married.
So you don't, do you? Yes.
Yeah. But
sorry,
I like the idea of you kind of basically personally sighting like each ballista, and then kind of just.
Come on, I know these. I know these aren't plasma ballister, but come on, people, just aim up a little bit for the win.
But yeah, no, I was gonna say I like the idea if you kind of like you personally aim the ballistas, and then you just walk down the line, like hitting the firing pins out as like bolt after bolt slams into the gate. And
I like that.
By like the third bolt, it's quivering, and then the last one in the line, you just kind of see the whole gate just kind of quiver as it's kind of like been shaken out of its hinges.
Okay, well, this is Arm's moment. He's going to whip up the savages into an avalanche charge to cut through those gates.
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
Good, strong avalanche.
The battle cry for the Ballister crew and Arn is working. Go on, the savages, go on.
Yeah, the savages surge forward. They've seen the gate open.
Yeah, I'm also going to be commanding my people to go ahead. So.
Oh, also good. Yeah.
So basically, both set of Calvets infantry are going forward.
Yeah.
One gate broken, and our teams are going in. Nice.
Yeah.
So I think we got the first point. Though.
You got the first point.
I'm gonna say the Ballistae on the next round, not this round, because I've had my shot. We'll switch over to trying to break the next gate and just try and keep pressure up.
Alfred finally gets his men moving.
To be fair, yeah, the chap's probably realised he's behind schedule.
Yeah. And Ramza shatters her gate.
All right, so that's a point to Ramza then, I presume.
No, you got there first, so.
Hey!
Just move she's up.
We can boast we were first in the city.
Yes.
Ah.
And then Ramza and her forces are marching forward.
I'm saying these are more like boasting points where things like, oh yeah, you did that, we did this, clearly.
Alright, so the hordes are moving into the city. Like 2 of the 3 targeted gates have been broken. So what's your
we
plan?
have resistance.
Well, I'm going to defer to the field commanders who actually have the troops here, but my gut would just tell me just break into the docks.
Yep, find the people with the fanciest hats and slay them. Or at least cast them down.
The poor man for the Haberdashers Guild did not last long.
Let's see, I have 1 extra command point 4 times per battle,
So, honestly, it's his own fault for trying to sell hats in the middle of a siege, you know?
Yeah, there is such a thing as a time and a place, not going to lie.
I mean, look, man has to make his money, alright?
True.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to take a day off when, you have kids you have kids who need their gruel shrooms to go grow up big and depressed.
Small and depressed.
Look, you're trying to keep your kids well malnutrition and scrawny.
Alright, so you'll crack in. So we have a command check. This will be against the defending commander.
Command check, which is going to be charisma, right?
Charisma, yeah. Ooh. My good rolls are gone, apparently. I should roll twice.
Yeah, you might block, but not. Not
Nope.
far like
Nope.
that.
Your guys overwhelmed the defenders at the first gate. You're into the city now.
Yeah.
Panic is seeping in. Right,
Alright,
Ramza and her forces are also going to be advancing forwards. This is where Ramza's going to be a little bit better off. She also has a D8 in charisma. Ooh. Equal, but attacker wins tie. So yeah, Ramses forces. Awesome.
Do get in.
Alsum's men are stalled at the gate. He's having a terrible siege.
Oh dear, how sad. Never mind.
All right.
Do
Woe
you want to
upon
put
me.
any? So record ordering. What's the? Is there any like? What would you say is a good place to first hit here? Ray, is like there's some sort of armories or something like that.
So you've kind of got in the center.
Mhm.
You've got like the fortified area. Help us actually draw something you can see. Kind of
Let's
like
do this right
Maybe.
here. We already got the idea that the first rank here is waterlogged.
yeah, and then this kind of like old Ventis is kind of like the key control. If you can control that, then you'll kind of control the main routes around the city. Kind of all the roads kind of lead into the old Ventis section. So that's the kind
And
of like the
then
interior lines of communication.
whether it's also would so that's taking the city. Would you say there would be other places, say like the North District over here, where there is the most like valuable noble looting
Yeah,
manors, and down here where there's probably like there's probably an armory over here,
yeah. So
like
if you,
what?
yeah, so yeah, you could say the North District is the richer area. They've got the bigger gaps and they've got the actual park inside the walls. The narrow court is obviously the slums, and then you got the warehouses to the south, just north of South Road.
Hmm. So I want to put something in this area. Like, what would be here in the slum?
In the
The
slums, that'd
slums.
be where the factories and warehouses.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
the South Road would be more the manufacturing and kind of shopping area.
Just want to have some more like objectives here to take rather than just take over city. Okay. So where do we want to move forward towards people? Do we want to go for the richest people? Want to see if we can make our way towards the local armory.
I kind of
Uh,
I feel like if we're already in the docks and we're doing something to boast about, if we secure the center, we can cut. Okay, admittedly, I'm doing this because I hate Ansem. But the sooner we grab the center, the sooner we lock him off from getting some of the objectives.
that's true. It's true. True. Um. So I would say this grade that every like so you see how the roads are bisecting places.
Yep.
I would say that those are different places we move into. Like they're different areas of the
Yeah,
city.
districts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, then we'll move from since we're currently in. Well, let me move that.
Yeah.
We're currently in the.
Dockside
Let me move
area.
that. We're currently in this. We're currently in the world side area. Can we? I wish we can we like teeny tiny our.
Yes, 1 second. I'll have to change the grid side.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
It'd be
because we're
hard.
currently kaijuing across the city. It's so great you can just do that.
Wish I could go for more than 50, but yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well then.
So, are you
Currently
pushing
in.
forward to one of these? Towards the
Yeah,
old
we're gonna
Ventis?
move. Well, we're gonna move into this district over here.
Yeah.
Is there any resistance or so forth to taking it or something?
Yes, there will be. They'll be running a bunch of soldiers.
And soldiers and locals.
Yep. Because bad things happen in a siege, but apparently they're
wrong.
having a bit of trouble rallying them.
It's almost like people don't want to, die.
Yeah.
I mean, they're only gonna die if they resist.
True.
Stop fighting, then we can kill you later.
What?
All right.
No, stop fighting so we can, not enslave, re-employ you later.
I think the verbiage needs some.
Ramses on the move. Yep, she's easily pushing forward. Her lot are going towards the narrow court. She wants to secure that. So that'll be a point for Ramsey.
If over here and give her. So she's the first one to get the cord. Is there like a boss fight there, or something she can get her hands on there? Something she can loot
It's kind
for?
of she's securing kind of like most of the warehouses and stuff like that.
All right, so let's go and give her.
She's getting good looting in for her people.
And okay, so we've I would say also the fact that if you take the most districts, so this is currently our we took in this part that can be counter siege, I'm sure, so at some point. Do you want to pull a commander onto the actual map to another one of the other people? Is there a named guy here in this who would be manning a counter siege?
You're gonna fight?
Yeah,
Yeah, of course there is.
like we can fight him on the things like like that arrow guy. I'm sure he's still alive.
Oh yeah. So you've kind of taken out that chunk like that.
Mhm.
And then Alsum is still stuck at the gates. Let's see if Alsum can break through this time. No. Alsum is apparently a terrible siege commander.
Oh no.
Okay. So I think at this point it's time to unveil my secret weapon in the siege.
Is it more Tyrannosauruses?
No. Tyrannosauri. Tyrannosauri. No, you'll kind of hear that there's a kind of pushback going on. Like a well kind of led group of troops is counterattacking up from Old Ventis towards you. And they being led by somebody who's apparently unkillable.
Oh no!
We've heard that old chestnut before.
Yep. They're just slicing their way through.
We're gonna ride forth to meet him personally.
Yes, we'll go for a hero action to go into.
You can say your hands move forward into there.
Yeah, I was going to say we can have him tag along at this point because the Ballistai is done.
We can't really roll ballistas into the middle of the city.
No.
No, I've tried. It's deeply inconvenient.
All right. So chaos, screams, burning, kind of buildings, kind of what you expect from a siege.
No, we don't need to burn things. We're trying to take this place, not set it on fire. I'm sure someone had to grease fire though.
Yeah, there's always someone who's going to set something on fire.
All right, watch out for the bales of hay, just in case we see any assassins trying to jump into them.
15 mimes sleep house at you at once.
God damn it.
I'm sure it would probably just be. I'm wondering if it's Sam Vimes again.
Of course it's Sam Vimes again.
Sam Vimes again?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Vimes McLean, to be fair.
We go up, see him. I'm like, give me a second. I had to go get dressed. I had to go get my face on.
All right. So, we will drop you in. So, you are here. I haven't shared it yet because I'm still popping you down. So, we'll bring you into the streets of Ventis.
Not quite as nice and cheery as they used to be.
No, a lot more death and destruction going on. And then
that is how you say are bad.
Kind of up here, you will hear the shouts. It's kind of like, Brigand Cord, I have come to bind you by law.
I think a member of your fan club has returned.
Wait, I thought he had my other name. I thought he had my other.
Oh god, yeah, he was.
Name,
yeah,
maybe.
Mr.
Broadwind.
Broadwind, I have come to bind you by law. Lay down your arms, and no one else need be harmed.
What's Cord just vanishes behind a thing. It just starts putting the mask on and everything. Ha ha! You think you can catch the Grand Alien Broadwind, but unfortunately, you are wrong. For you shall fall yet again beneath my blade.
Where was he from Transylvania?
I don't know.
Look, I'm just like, just roll with it.
Okay, fine.
This is very embarrassing. I didn't think it would show up immediately.
Like I said, I've got to start dealing with your fan club.
I want my fan club. Having a good villain, having a good antagonist is always important in these stories. We'll see you defend. We'll see you defend this place as well as you defended Breakwater, you scum.
Oh, there it is. I'd lost the picture.
That's a 5 for my opening duel. My opening. Since I'm going to be starting this in court sword, with my great sword.
All right. Should be in here already, shouldn't it?
And the best thing is, we don't have Brand who's just going to continuously lightning bolt one person. God, man, magic is freaking broken. Is very powerful in this.
It is magic.
It is.
It should be good.
It's just the thing that Gray hasn't assailed us with mages of themselves doing their own magical. There's been no wizards to duel for.
I
Brand
have
to
to
duel
stop
around
you
here.
there. There have been no wizards yet.
Well, the mine was a mage.
That's actually true. Yes, he was a despair mage.
Yeah.
Except getting lightning. Didn't he also get lightning bolted over and over again?
Yes, but there's not much you can do to stop that.
He got stabbed a few times.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on top.
All right.
I believe it's initiative time.
It is. And Johannes, you're up first.
Okie dokie.
Vimes is standing at the top of this hill, looking down.
Oh, I see what you've done to me.
Yeah. You put
Wait, what's he done to you?
Look at the
Oh
token.
yeah, Bandito. He returns.
Why do I have 2 guns now?
Because you're a bandito, and the bandito has to have 6 shooters. We know this. The good, the bad, and the ugly taught us this. So while Korn's having an existential crisis, Johannes is going to basically do the Assassin's Creed thing and run up this tree and attempt to get onto the roofs.
There you go.
Do we have different zones? Do we want to mark off the zones here, Gray?
Oh, yes.
Ooh, that's a good shout. Yes, we will need that.
This is the whole thing of I would say, rooftop.
Yeah, rooftop's going to be like one zone. Ooh.
This courtyard here.
All these rooftops down here will be pretty much one zone.
Courtyard.
Yeah. Up there, that's like one zone. This courtyard's another zone. And we got this down here, all these rooftops.
Think about that while they're doing that.
What, we're drawing pretty pictures on the map.
It's called
right.
improvising.
I do have my reputation of the Terror of Broadwind. Or
Yep.
Elliot Broadwind, Bandit King.
All right, so Johannes' turn is going to be fairly straightforward to open up. It's going to be tricking up the tree and onto the rooftops in this. Actually, no, that one is closer. Sorry, I was going to say go that way, but actually, no. That's a zone bordering where Vimes and Legionaries are. So let's say he's going to vault up this tree and then ninja leap up onto the roofs and get into the southern roof zone. That's his trick for this turn.
All right.
He's in free sword starts as well, just for the sake of transparency. It's time for one of the Legionaries.
Okay, they are going to... Legionary 3 is going to take up their defensive stance.
Oh god, not again. The shield bash trauma.
The shield clangers. It's always the shield clangers.
Clang,
Yep.
clang, shink.
Yep.
That was not the right one. The only problem with this is knowing where all the different things are. What did I make Vimes combat wise?
A problem.
You made him pike. You made him like the sword and shot guy.
Yeah, he was it black powder?
Yeah, it was like the black powder, like one side, one got one sword, one thing. I mean, he could have leveled up. He could have gotten a second fighting style as well.
Mm.
I just wish there was also a better way of sorting images. Mob, mime, guardsman, that's what I need.
So you guys heard of Lethal Company, right?
Oh yes.
So the funnier part of Lethal Company is like it's in my own head. It fits much better as a Space Hulk parody. If you just everyone's there as either a guardsman or a space marine,
Mm.
just watching them get brother, he is gone. Leave him.
Brother, he's been eaten. He's been
Mhm.
eaten by the Freddy Fazbear bracken.
All right. Oh god, I forget this has different combat encounters on each one. I was hoping to, because I've got a combat encounter, I could just use the same things again.
Oh no. No, God no. That'd be far too sensible. Can't have that.
There are some unfortunately if you unless you pre-make things, Foundry's kind of
No, I'm talking about my other sheet.
like other sheet. Okay.
I've got another sheet that's for combat styles. Okay. So he's going to go into shield block position. And then it's on to Cord.
It's on to me. Okay. Well, Cord will brazenly move. So if you don't have a move trick, it costs you a trick to move, right?
Yes.
And you can only trick. You can only instead of attacking it.
Yeah, you can only move one per turn.
Unless you have a move that lets you as part of it. But yeah, if you don't, you just have to try it to a zone.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do, because it's probably the more important thing to do, and not and besides just walking up and yelling at the man, is I am going to pose and say, "I am Elliot Broadwind, the Terror Breakwater. Come to me if you wish to be mocked and made fun and be humiliated." To pose.
And then out of nowhere, Mariachi Sting plays.
No, castanets.
Oh yeah, no, castanets will be acceptable.
So that's going to be pose bonus reputation die on attacks and defense until forced to rebalance.
All right. So next up is Legionary 1, who's going to go into a guard position before Vimes. Legionary 2 is going to move up on guard Legionary 3. Then Arn's up.
Well, he's going to use his Daredevil move to also climb up to the rooftops.
Excellent. Okay. Vimes is going to ready his pistol and take a quick shot at you.
Oh.
Actually, check what's the range on a pistol. Let's check that.
Well, it's a ranged weapon, so usually they can attack adjacent zones.
1d4 plus 1d. So it's be 2d4s I would have for not being shot. It seems like. If I can look for it here. Yeah, my reputation as Alien Broadwind is only 5. If I slap him down again, I could probably move it up to 6.
Hmm.
Okay, so ranged attacks, they can attack farther. They just they have a -1 die side penalty for each
Alright.
area beyond 1.
So he's going to brace an aim then instead. And then it's back to Johan.
Okie dokie. We have a lot of people in one zone, and that's just very awkward.
And they're all defending each other.
Yep. Yeah. And while I have some moves that let me attack and move out of a zone, I don't have anything that can move into a zone attack. But
I mean, do you have any ranged attacks?
yes, but not ones that really work with my actual styles.
Ah.
I have like some ranged weapons we picked up along the way. That being said, yeah. Let's for now then. I tell you what I'm gonna. We're gonna have to at least provoke some sort of fight, and I get the sickening feeling that I'm probably.
I mean, if you want to jump
Actually,
down
it
here
makes
and
more dramatic sense for you to jump down into that little passageway, doesn't it?
for Arn.
No. You.
Well, no,
Like,
I'm going to move over. I wanted to pose so I get my thing first. I'm
Yeah,
going to
that's
go
what I
over
figured.
here and taunt him. You guys can come back this way and get the other side because having a good epic lightsaber duel in the middle of the square over here between me and mine. That's where I annoy him enough to attack me directly.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. And if what I'll do then is I will actually just trick my way down into the passageway behind. If you're setting up to go that way.
Yes.
Sorry, my clicker's not that way. For sake. There we go.
Yeah,
If you're going
set
that
the
way,
location,
yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't get the living highlights to work. There we are. So fine. I'll trick down into the alleyway behind the Legionnaires and sort of attempt to sort of make a come at me gesture to Legionary 3
Unless you
while
want to
Vimes is too busy looking.
unless you want to be like sneaky and see if you can just vanish and be.
Unfortunately, I don't have that style equipped. I have free sword.
Oh, unfortunate. Okay.
That was a mistake on my part, but we'll have.
It is as it is.
The Legionary 3.
All right. Legionary 3. Probably going to trick and move in towards you. Oh, they've got shield run actually. So it's going to be shield up and advance.
Yeah, that sounds about. So is that actually an attack, or is that just them
No,
keeping the defense?
it's a move. It's a move, but it's a move of a good defense.
Gotcha. Okay, tracks.
Yeah, so it's just a move, but it's got a D8 defense dice.
If we ever play this game again, I would want to be a warrior and just make myself the most ridiculous swordsman guy.
All right, Gord, you're up.
Horde will, while posing, pirouette into the square, point my sword out at Vimes and say, "Come forth and face my blade, unless its girth has rendered you, or the taste of its girth before has rendered you a less of a man." Hesitant for whatever, some word.
All right. Legionary number 1 is going to continue in guard over, shield over stage. Legionary number 2 is also going to move up towards Johan. So these guys are coming in shields forward, swords ready.
Gotcha.
All right, on.
Well, he's going to do an acrobatic move. Going to jump between these two rooftops, and while he's doing it, he's going to throw a powdery brick down at Vimes' face.
Mm.
Ooh.
Try and distract him.
So yeah, so
Hey.
that's against whatever defense he has.
Guess that would be quickness. Let's try quickness. Trying to guard his face.
My face.
He managed to kind of like just kind of duck out, big an arm up, and take most of it on his arm, kind of protecting his face.
Okay, that affects him.
Yeah. All right. He's now going to bring up his. He managed to roll 0 for initiative, which is impressive.
Damn.
Oh dear, how sad.
I think I may have miscoded that somehow. He's going to go for a cold shot to the head.
Oh, that's unsportsmanlike.
To
Something
cord.
rude.
So he's aimed. He's got his pistol out, and he's going to do normally a D4, because he's aimed. He's up to a D6.
I'll roll my defenses too, since I'm defending with my reputation as well. I got a 4.
Ah, you managed to
My
avoid the
reputation
6 points
die.
of damage that would have been.
Oh,
Which going up 4. Okay, so anyway, so while when he fires, Cord will contemptuously twing. We'll basically just like pirouette dodge like he's in a bow. Would be like, ha! So you cannot come towards me, you say?
All right, your hands. You got 2 angry-looking legionnaires advancing on you.
I do indeed. I do indeed. So what your Hannah's is going to do? Sorry, it's the bloody castanets and the mariachi band over there. Clearly, they've gotten to Johannes.
Oh, okay.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking.
It sounded like, that's the noise that's been going on in my household when a kitten suddenly attaches itself to your legs mid-sentence.
Burbles, is it? Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Basically, as the 2 shield boys are going to shieldmen are going to charge towards him, Johannes is basically going to do the old-fashioned sort of, the old Three Stooges thing of just waiting for the 2 of them to swing at each other from both sides at him, and he just takes a step back, and they're going to clang into each other for the practical effect of dodging and feinting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not an attack, but it's going to boost his attack or defense die size until he has to rebalance.
Okay.
And he at least has a better defense for this turn. Clang. Because I'm going to need better die to actually attack people who actually have a defense stars go.
Okay. Okay. This is onto Legionary 3, who is going to use a distracting blow. It's only a D4, but the ally gets a bonus defense dice.
Okay. I'm assuming I still get a defense as usual.
Yes, a normal attack. Ooh, a 1.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, but at least the other guy's got a better defense.
True.
Good.
Right, so that was Legionary 3 doing it, yeah, just to track?
Yeah, that's Legionary 3, yeah. Got these guys the wrong way around. Okay, so discard. What are you up to?
I am going to go into riposte stance here and continue to you know what, I'm just going to give him I'm just going to continue to antagonize, see if I can antagonize Mr. Vimes to come and meet me in person direct.
Okay.
So this is basically I have a D10 for defense plus 1 D10 plus 1 D4, and it's a D10 attack for anyone who misses me. if they come and attack me. If he's going to continue to, like, shoot me from that far away, I'm going to be very sad.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your turn. On to Legionary number 1. See, Legionary 1's going to have to try and continue in defense. His job's to keep him Vimes alive. That one? Am I right? Yeah, just one. These two.
He doesn't want to come forth and he doesn't want to come forth and attack me as as Mook number 1. As I'm sitting
He's
here
gonna
prancing
do-
in front of him.
His worry is if he moves forward to meet you, Arn's going to leap off the building and start to stab up Vimes.
You know what? I will look up to Arn. No, Arn, this man is mine. He must once again feel the discipline of my rod.
Yeah, he's just
Either
going to
that
keep
or
on
the
shield
terrible
over.
disappointment of your
Actually,
accent.
What was it?
he's going to stay on shield over.
Okay.
Very boring, but yeah.
Some say boring. Some say
Legionary
crap.
2. Legionary 2's got a bit of defense going on. So what's the best attack I can get to from here? He's going to go for a shield bash on Arn. Not Arn, sorry, Johan. This will attempt to this will force you to rebalance afterwards.
Yes, I remember the shield bash all too well.
Yep.
Oh no.
Bang! The shield
D8s.
comes in like lower
Yep.
than you expect.
Yep, apparently so. Wings me. Wings me enough.
Right, on.
Yeah, he's going to shrug and jump back over the rooftop. And on his way, he's just going to fling a roof tile at the legionary.
Okay.
The
Legionary-
power of roof.
Legionary's D6 defense.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
Ooh,
Yeah, just 1 damage.
1 damage. I'm on the wrong thing. That's the problem. That's why I can't move anything. So 1 point damage to Legionary 1. Okay.
That's all.
So Vimes. Now Vimes has got to make a bit more of a choice here because he's fired.
He's
Yes.
fired his gun, is being mocked continuously by this
Yeah.
man he hates the most.
Does he have a
I would-
good rebalance? He's got to
roll-
rebalance as well. He's
He
going to
wants
shift and load.
Okay. What's shift and load do?
It allows him to move and take one of the 2 loading actions required to reload the pistol.
So where do you want to move? Where do you want to move to?
He's actually pulling back.
Coward.
Yep. So that's back up to Johan.
Well, I dare say that's just incredibly rude. I had my attack die size boost already and everything.
Yep.
So remind me, 2 was guarding for 3. Sorry. 3 had the smaller dice pool essentially, because 3 was guarding for 2.
Yes, so 3
terms of
is guarding.
defense. Yeah.
2's just shield bashed.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna. Well, as I can't just do the same again without probably getting shield bashed again. Which at this point I could entirely. Let's get access to better moves. Johannes is going to drop back and sort of into a spin, rearing up for the next attack. So that's D8 defense, and there'll be extra 2 damage next round.
Excellent.
But I can actually get a hit in.
Legionary 3. He's going to go for a distracting blow, I think. Which is a D4 attack.
Defense coming up.
Ooh, explodes.
Oh, yeah, it does. So it does. I've got him, though.
Yeah, you got him. He's not that distracting.
Nah. I think the spin probably caught him off guard.
Yeah.
What a thing.
So, moving back down here. Cord. Your target's not running away.
My target is running away. I am conflicted between two lines of logic. I could always be like coward and move forward and fight the legionary while Vimes does his thing, or I could also slink back and then circle around to have a cat and mouse game. I see two can play such a. I see coward two can play such a game. Can you find me before I find you? And Cord will trick away. Now we can't really see each other, so
No. Legionary 1
Pretty sure he can hear the sound of your castanets at this point.
is going to retreat. Legionary 2. Now, after distracting blow, put those two the wrong way down. That's what's confusing me.
Gotcha.
Okay, so Legionary 2 was on distracting blow last time.
Yes.
He's going to go for... probably a body blow. Go for some nice 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Should have been a D6, sorry.
Okay.
But we'll keep it anyway. Unless it beats, you win. Yeah, you win. That's fine. I don't have to worry about
fair
it.
enough. Cool. No, the body blow's dodged.
Right, on.
Well, that probably opened him up to a death from above.
Ooh. Ooh, dear.
Nice.
I don't think
nice.
that bonus die is going to help him much.
I don't think, unless he gets one hell of an explosion going.
So he's got a D8 plus a D4.
If he explodes the D8, maybe. Will the D4 explode? I assume if it's an additional dice, it's still a dice, so it still could explode.
Yeah. Right. Just realised I accidentally dragged a macro and just deleted. Okay, so D8 and a D4. D4 goes to a D6. Nope, 7.
Arn
it's
still
not-
wins the tie.
Oh, it's not a crit though, so it only takes 2 damage.
2 damage to Legionary 2. Actually, these guys are too low down. I haven't accounted for that armor. Right, okay, that's better. And then Vimes will load. So his pistol is reloaded.
As he hears the mocking taunts, the bandito in the distant streets.
Yep. So, another round. We'll make this the last one, actually, looking at the time.
Cool.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. So 2 is one who just got hit from death from above. So we're going to open up with a body chop. Get some decent damage going.
Yeah.
Well, okay. If this lands, and it's a big if, it'll do 4 damage
Okay.
because of the bonuses. So, D10 on the attack. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Not going well for number 2, is it?
Number 2, no, I think number 2 is in a bit of a pickle. So he's taken 4
Ooh,
because of body chop is 2 and the spin was a bonus 2 this round.
excellent. So he's down.
I need to I need to rebalance because that's what does. So
Yeah.
I shall shuffle away.
Legionary 3, having lost his mate. What can he do?
Ah,
I
he's
would
going-
say shield move. But I would say shield move out of the way.
yeah,
I would say regrouping now because he's too easy.
yeah, shield run. It's 2 against 1. He's going to pull back towards these guys. Like, shield up, falling back, cords out.
Cord is going to trigger. Is going to go around this way.
Yep. Legionary 1 is going to guard. Yeah, shield over is working pretty well. And then
Because
it's
even
back
if
to
I'm
arm.
even if I'm moving around, I'm still in riposte stance, right?
Yes, your trick doesn't move you out of there.
Okay. It's not
I'm just
rebalanced.
gonna Daredevil move back up onto the rooftops.
Okay.
it's working out for you, to be fair.
Right. Vimes is probably going to take a shot at you now.
Sorry.
Rebalance to a quick shot, which is D10. Six isn't bad. Kind of sees you moving and pulls his pistol.
Yeah, can't beat it, so I'll just use a move to just duck behind the chimney.
Yeah. It smashes a chimney breast and, showering you with bits of clay, but nothing much more than that. Yeah, and I think that's where we should call that for the week. While we got to the end of a round.
Indeed. Tune in next time for the Bride of the Bandito, I suppose.
Yeah. Gonna be interesting what he does. I have to have a think about this. Because if we get Brendan, things have to get interesting. I have to bring someone else in. But I've got time to plan. Hopefully not another month, though.
Well, yes.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.